Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Death March. Anybody can get it. Facts. Look. It's either me or you. And it's always me over you. Every day. Fuck your life. Yeah. Brought into this world already addicted. Drugs flowing through your veins while screaming and kicking. Incubator 2 weeks with dope in your system. Taken away from your parents, thrown into the system. That's how the story starts. Imagine how it ends. Your whole world is torn apart. Nobody is your friend. Don't try to have a good heart, but that shit is all pretend. Even the brightest days are dark when you looking through that lens. Take a look. This shit should offend you. PTSD from all the horrors you've been through. It's real. Long, hard days and ill nights. Getting high's the only time you feel right. Real life. Waking up and piss after a blackout. Only homes you know is either jail or a crack house. They all treat you like shit. That shit is all wrong. There was once a time you had dreams. That shit is all gone. Cause you chasing the dragon, facing the madness, trying to replace all the sadness. Risking your life for a bundle, cause you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Shit, but your heart is still intact. How real is that? Getting high just to get your feelings back. Needle holes, rotten veins with the illest tracks. Now you got gorilla on your back.
Yeah, I knew I was fucked. I knew it, and I knew it. I was like, this isn't good, but I'm willing to let everything go for this drug right now. I knew shit was gonna go south.
Wake up, put on your boots and lace up. It's time to rob and steal, make somebody take a pay cut. No, we not buying no diamond jewelry or Jacob. It's time to put that dope in the needle and watch it bake up. Get your cake up, steal your mother's diamond ring. We can buy krills and pills and all kind of things. I know you don't want to, but you have to.
And this gonna be the last time I fucking ask you.
I'ma make you start sweating and shaking. Look, she left that shit right there for the taking. She wants you to have it. She knows what you're going through. Matter of fact, take that shit. No one will even know it's you. It's me and you versus the fucking world. It's even me and you when we fuck your girl. Fuck everyone, they living a lie. Let's forget about our problems, go somewhere and get high. Your brain starts to fry, diseases start to creep in. You wanna get out of this shit, but you deep in. Thoughts of suicide start to seep in. All you wanna do is live, but you ain't got a reason. But your heart is still intact, but your will is cracked. Every day addicted to the pills and crack. Family wants their children back. How ill is that? Now you got gorilla on your back.
Alright, so just a short video of me dropping my kid off at a 24-hour daycare at like 10 p.m.
Do you know about what time you're picking her up? I'm not sure. Probably like in an hour or two. Okay. She won't be here that long.
Now, they advertise that they be open 24 hours, but they actually don't. They be open until like 12, and it's fine, because I literally picked her up at 11:55 after telling him she won't be here that long. But it was cool, because there was like 20 other kids there, and they had like a glow-in-the-dark party. So it's a win for both of us. I get a break from her, and she actually enjoys going.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. How y'all feeling? It's Friday. Don't spend all your money in one place, guys. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, guys, we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we do not complicate that, guys. So today, this one right here, this a special somebody, they sent me some bread, and they said, Mr. Goodbread, can you do something different? Like, can you just do something? Can you take us deep inside one of those Love Dorsey Zooms? Cause I be playing the Love Dorsey and she be telling y'all about her Zooms and y'all be being cheap to yourself because y'all don't be wanting to invest in yourself, it's Friday and y'all finna go buy a bunch of dumb shit. You know what I mean? Y'all not even gonna hit the like button for me. You know what I mean? Y'all know me, Mr. Goodbread. I don't even ask you for none of your funds, right? All I ask you is to hit the like button. Y'all ain't even gonna hit the like button for me. But y'all know y'all gonna go out there, y'all gonna spend all of your funds in places that you say you don't like. You don't like the people that own them, but you're gonna spend all your money in them places to stunt on a bunch of folks that you say you don't like because they your ops, right? So your ops got you overspending, but you don't like them. So that's what you're gonna do. But you're not gonna spend none of that on yourself. But today, my sister said, yo, I'm gonna throw you $200, bro. I said, why don't you just go into her Zoom for yourself? She said, no, I know you got that heat. I know you got that fire. I said, I got you, sis. I said, I got you. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm the substitute teacher today, guys. I'm the substitute. We're gonna have a grown-up conversation. We're gonna have a grown-up conversation, about a brutally honest conversation about mothers in our community. We definitely gonna touch on some of the fathers and the fuck shit that the fathers do, but the fathers is not what's going get us get us more kids that's healthy. You know what I mean? Mothers and them picking better fathers and them protecting their coochie is gonna get us to the promised land. Understand that. So I got some inside information for us, and we're just gonna have a conversation. I'm really here on this live just to if y'all got any questions in the chat, I'm gonna just be answering y'all questions in the chat, like texting wise. Unless y'all want me to play something back, that's all I'm gonna be doing with the video as far as the video. You know what I mean? Cause I gotta let it play out. I gotta let it play out. It's a conversation. And this what happened when you spend your money. When you invest in yourself, you get in rooms and you get in spaces where you get quality information and you also get like-minded individuals that it's no need to front. We could share our experience because it ain't no need to front like I'm better than you. Cause when we're trying to learn, ain't nobody better. You know what I mean? You might be better today. If I learn this right now, you bet you won't be better tomorrow. So it's about learning. Learning is a continuous process. You always want to be taking in new information, bro. Stop always looking for ways to deflect. But we going to, without any further ado, we already 8 minutes in. Let me shut up and let's get it. Let's have this conversation. I'll be in the chat answering questions. And that's what it is, yo.
Know that that's your mistake right there. So I don't know if that's purposely done or what. So I try to leave the door open for him to talk without getting overly mad because I fall back into that era to where this is how I was parenting him at the first beginning because that's how I was parenting because I didn't have a voice. So that keep popping into my head sometimes when I get overly mad. And that's a problem because now that I changed my parenting style, and I go back to that, I end up hurting my son. Right. In the end of that, and now I turn into that parent like, what the hell you crying for? Yep. And then he shoots in the head and say, you yelling at me. Yep. And I have to really dial it down, and I apologize. Yeah, and most I bumped it. On what you just said him one time, and I told him I apologize. So he was like, "No, it's the point that you even said it. He needs to hear it. Children need to hear their parents be wrong, apologize. The other part of it is when you can't do this, you're not a safe space. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Most people that don't do this with their kids, they don't do it in their relationships either.
there is a correlation statistically in people that treat their children like this and people that go around and treat other loved ones like that. Who can relate to what I said earlier when I explained, like, a lot of us were raised where it was when an adult was wrong, it was grown folk business. When a child was wrong, it was everybody's business. But yet you want the child to miraculously know how to express and articulate them being wrong or be accountable by the time they're 18, but you're not showing them. Who can relate?
I can definitely relate to that. I can definitely relate.
So can I can relate to that.
Who else?
Being raised in a dysfunctional household, I can relate to this 2000%, because every time I witness my parents being verbally abusive to each other and this, that, and trauma and this, that, and the third, I'm not allowed to understand what the hell was going on. But anytime I screw up, my bullshit gets put on front street.
And Linwood, when you think about it, right, as children, especially in our community, when we wrong, the adults make it a spectacle. When they're wrong, they don't want nobody to talk about it. There's a lot of us with parents that your mama will probably give you the cold shoulder, not talk to you, get upset, or say you're disrespecting her if you pointed out that she was wrong about something. It was deemed as disrespect to adults. But now watch this. When you take the children out of it, a lot of them weren't openly being accountable with each other. Not even just adult to child, but in relationships. You didn't see a lot of accountability amongst your daddy and your mama when it came to, because both of them done did shit that was incorrect. You're not seeing them apologize. Then when you get grown and you get in relationships, we're expecting each other to know how to apologize as adults, but we never seen it growing up. Never seen it.
My mother had a way. My mother had her way of apologizing in like a roundabout way.
Yeah, they'll ask you what you want to eat.
I made, no, sister, I made that. This something that you shouldn't do. You know, she'll try to make it a teachable moment without saying she's sorry. Then she want to buy stuff to give us stuff.
The old folks in our,
stay up and watch TV and, you know, stuff like that. But she would never say that she was wrong. But she would usually say, I did this and y'all can't not do this. You know, and this, that, and the
it's more of a statement. It's more of just,
I'm sorry.
I'm only,
I messed up, you know, a real teachable moment.
It's more of a, and it's a coping mechanism for them not to be accountable. Like when I say coping, it's to cope with the feelings behind the uncomfortableness of just having to be accountable. Because the idea is, and I know exactly what Adrian's saying, is when you say something like, don't go spend up all y'all money in 1 week like I just did. Rather than just, it's got to be about us rather than just saying you actually made a mistake, because it makes you feel better to word it that way. Then we grow up and you wonder why a lot of us struggle with being accountable. I know the old folk in my family, they'll just buy you something or give you some candy or ask you, do you want to go to the store? I remember when younger, you be done got in trouble or somebody be done got whooped for something they didn't even do. When the adult realized they didn't even do it, they later on, they come in the room, what y'all want to eat? This the apology. Or y'all want to go to the park? They ain't finna say nothing about how they whooped the wrong person ass for some shit that we in there trying to tell y'all we didn't break that. Like the dog knocked it over or some shit. We done got popped later on. You realize, you know, through another adult or, you know, you just really looking at the situation, you realize you wrong. Ain't no apology in it. And then you wonder why we grown in relationships and a bitch dead wrong or a nigga dead wrong. And we are talking 100 circles before we just say, damn, my bad. I shouldn't have did that. That was a poor choice. It's the flawest shit ever. When you understand it, now that we grown, it's so flawed. Go ahead, Antoinette.
No, I was just going to say that with my family, the biggest issue was they acted, like you said, they talked about each other behind each other's back.
Come on.
Disrespectful to the kids, was disrespectful to the man in the house, was disrespectful to themselves, but then would turn around and once we were adults, looking at them being disrespectful, we being disrespectful, now it's a problem. When we wasn't doing nothing but what you showed us. And I see that this a lot with my friends. Like, yo, you just told your daughter to go do X, Y, and Z, or you does not see her doing A, B, and C, but she wants you to do this thing on a regular basis.
Yep. And we as children, we model what we see is conditioning. Fun fact, next page, it lines up. It says our behavior is shaped by our conditioning. Conditioning is when you're programmed through repetition to acquire a belief or a paradigm. Once you acquire that, once you're programmed, it does not go away just because you learn something new. You have to unprogram yourself or shift your paradigms. You have to unlearn and relearn. And the idea is a lot of shit that our parents thought they were teaching us verbally, they were actually programming us the opposite through their actions. Like you saying, a lot of times.
Don't you snatch that from her. Don't do that again. Yeah, knock it down. Tear it up. Yep, and step on it. And Karen's just going to have to deal with it. Yep, knock all of it down. Good girl. Very good, Naoki. And grab it and tear it up. Oh, well.
That's another little white girl, right?
Tear it up again. Don't put your hands on her. Don't do that.
When you see certain shit over and over again enough, it becomes a part of your character. And then the adult thinks that they ain't get that from me. A lot of us, we learn how to be fake, talk behind people's back, say flaw and degrading shit from our own parents and adults in our family. Somebody pull up at your house. Ooh, here she come. I'm so sick of her coming over. She's saying all this in front of y'all. Time she get in there. Hey, girl, come on in. What y'all doing? We ain't doing nothing. How you been? We watching you flip. You was just talking shit as auntie was walking up to the house. We seeing this shit. Then when we get older and we doing it with our friends, look at her. She don't even got the new shoes on. Hey, let me see her new TikTok. The kids just mimicking what the fuck they seeing. When children are born, it's a clean slate. Everything is programmed into them through watching the adults that you expose them to in the family that you birthed them in, on in the community, in the life that you got for them. Because again, I stress this, we make the decision to bring children into environments and situations, and half the time it be about our own emotional shit. It don't be because we thought it out, planned for the child, got a safe space for them, have checked our traumas and mental health to make sure we in a good space to make home a safe space for the kid. Hell, half the females I know kept their baby because they mama projected religious beliefs onto them, or they did it to be able to try to keep a nigga, or they were in an emotional space that is.
Give it a second, guys. Give it a second. It just froze a little. There we go.
Baby was going to help me. You got to think about how fucked up this is. And we've adopted, huh?
Come here, look back.
Huh? You're not supposed to be having children for some sort of personal need to cope with your traumas and shit. That's the most damaging shit. When you understand life, you understand that.
The need, like you need to have kids. Growing up, we was told that was something we were supposed to do. In my mid to late 20s, you know, my aunts and uncles and my sisters.
Yes, sir. You already know, bro. Stop playing.
I'm gonna tell you something. In our community, most of the strong opinion leading women, they don't talk in the realms that I talk. Meaning, like, they will encourage you to make.
Salute, y'all. Salute, y'all. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Y'all late a little bit, but come on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the like button. We're going to have a serious conversation, and I'm here to answer any questions y'all have in the chat, and I'm not going to be interrupting the video. I'm just here to answer any questions y'all have in the chat, all right? Because we talk about this all the time, guys. This is what go on when you spend money and invest in yourself with Love Dorsey. So this is a $250 Zoom right here. So keep in mind, please just hit the like button. I don't expect you to tip the channel monetarily because I know it's Friday. You just got paid and you ain't got it. You finna go simp on the OnlyFans models and all that. But in any event, hit the like button. Let's get back to the show.
Make the same mistakes they made in an effort to not be the only ones. I'm like one of the few that if you invite me to speak at some sort of youth event, some of y'all off mute. If you invite me to speak at some sort of youth event, I'm going to, if I'm just blunt, bash my generation in an effort to get the new generation to not do the dumb shit we did. I'm not going to get up there and encourage young girls to just, my body, my choice, keep having babies when you can see the nigga and you ain't prepared for a child. I'm never going to encourage that. I'm never going to encourage 15, 16, 17-year-olds to have babies at that young age and think that everything's going to be all right just because a few of us in our generation had babies at that young age and we, quote unquote, became all right. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to talk about every mistake of every old bitch older than me, my age, anywhere older than the girls I'm talking to in an effort to change and break the generational curses. I'm okay with being wrong and looking stupid and looking like the bad guy if it's going to make the generations under us, my daughters, somebody else's daughter, have a fucking fighting chance at a successful marriage, a mindset of financial literacy early on, not living in survival for the first fucking 20 years of their life, at past 18. Like, I'm going to advocate for that. Most of the females above us will justify their doings and generationally curse us to make the same mistakes with our baby daddies, in relationships, in life decisions. A lot of our parents, as grandparents to our children, are pressuring us to do the same shit they did, even though they know it didn't turn us out all right for the first 10, 15 years of our life.
Well, a Bronx woman thought it was her lucky day, but now she could be headed to jail. Police say this woman's wanted for grand larceny. They say she picked up an envelope containing $8,000 and took off with it. It was accidentally dropped by a 34-year-old man near Stadium Ave and Spencer Drive. Unfortunately for the woman, finders keepers is not actually legal, and police say she should have reported that lost money to officials.
Love, you say that, and you know what? You will say that to some kids or say that to some young girls, and it'll be 3 hoes come behind you that'll tell them same young girls that you crazy and don't know what you're doing.
Of course, Antoinette, I experience it every day. When I speak to young girls, I say this. A lot of them come back and tell me they go talk to their auntie or their mama or their cousins.
Rob, you know what? You earned it, Rob. You earned it, Rob. Hold on. One time.
You don't actually have to comment anything negative about what I know and about what people praise me on knowing. Y'all hop on my, why she got that on? You could actually just grind hard, and if you feel like, you want to get your body done or you want to go to the gym and work out, you have the same access to the same resources that all the rest of us do. You could change your diet and eat no carbs like I do. You can go under the knife and go get yourself together that way by stacking you up some bread to be able to pay for that. Or you can go pay for a trainer, or hell, you can go just get with a group of friends that's motivated to go work out and work your ass. You don't actually have to come on my page and be bothered by nothing you see, because I don't ask a bitch to come here. But all of this stuff is reflective of your esteem about self. It's the same when you see dudes and they looking at other dudes, and because the nigga done pulled up and he got all his money or his jewels on, you hear niggas saying, well, I don't know why they be buying all that stuff. You could just mind your business, or you can go buy the stuff too, or you can worry about it not because it ain't your money. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shit, bitch, if you want to have your baby, have your baby. If you want to have a baby from him, bitch, have a baby. I'm telling them our mistakes in an effort to be fully transparent without any of my feelings or ego or pride in it. But a lot of young women don't realize the enemies of their mindset are the very women that are around them and raising them. The ones that are okay with their daddy not being around. You are 100% correct.
When I got pregnant with my first daughter, their dad he was very vocal that he did not want to have the baby, right? No matter what led up to that, by the time I got pregnant, he was vocal he didn't want to have the baby. So his mother is actually one of the people that encouraged me, like, oh, you better not get rid of your baby, this and that. And of course, their dad was semi-around. He was on drugs, but she raised her kids on her own. But even as an adolescent and a youth, I was never taught, like, hey, your hormones are going to be raging. People are going to be trying to get in your drawers just for the sake of having sex with you. They'll play with your mind, play with your...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to stop the video. I had to pause the video. But sisters with sense that's in the chat. My sisters with sense, don't blow yourself up yet. But now I see why y'all don't be chatting in the chat. It be because of retarded brothers like this one right here. This is a whole live talking about some real information. And all they want to distract themselves is with looks. Bro, I understand it's Friday, but why do you want to just give your money away? Why do you want to give your money away to women? Like, that's what you do on a Friday? You just go woman hunting on social media? That's what you do? You's a woman hunter, right? You's a woman hunter? What's wrong with y'all? Why you can't get in? It's sad. The bad thing about a man that get distracted by the doo-doo. The bad thing about the man that get distracted by the doo-doo is because you can't possibly be a good leader, my guy. You could be a good simp, but you can't possibly be a good leader because a man that don't take in information, a man that overlook information ain't right. He ain't real right running around here, boy. Boy, you not real right running around here. I don't care who you chill around and the smoke they blow in your butt. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. You not real right, bro. It has been nothing but quality information. Exactly how you was raised. That's why you don't want to hear that. You just you want to look for scattered bunkie. That's what you want to look for doo-doo. You want to see some doo-doo? You want the doo-doo? Let's give him the doo-doo, y'all. Let's give him the doo-doo. He want the doo-doo. Put that by God.
Got a big old booty, and everybody says she's a fine booty. The booty is where the doo-doo is, boy. Put there by God. That's the garbage can. So how you get so messed up with this white boy? You think the bigger the booty, the finer it is. That's like going to Kmart. You see a big old garbage can, that's the filth. And now we can convince her she wants switching that big old booty and all of that. It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Bro, you got to calm your lust down, fellas. That's how Lilith gets you. Lilith gets you because you lusty. That's why you stay ending up with the modern woman. That's why you hate modern women, bro. It's you. It be you, my G. On some G joint. It's Friday and I'm chilling. I'm having a good old time. So I ain't even trying to balk on nobody today, bro. Like we having a conversation, bro.
Your emotions. Nobody ever taught me these things. So like you're saying, it wasn't even my people encouraging me to do it. Like it was his mom encouraging me to do it. Yep. Over her own son.
Yep. And a lot of that shit has to do with the mothers being emotionally immature. There's a lot of lack of love and support on the mother's end, and then they cling to their sons, and it's an unhealthy attachment. Like Sierra, it goes deep. But a lot of us as women have to get out of this mindset of my body, my choice, and into reality. And we have to start being more responsible that before I allow a man my sex, especially my sex unprotected, I need to have an idea of his views and his understanding of family and what he understands the duty of a man to be. Because if you go back a century or two, for our people, men understood, regardless of whether I cheated, didn't cheat, wanted to be in a relationship, didn't want to be with a no more. Men understood in this era, there was a duty to handle the responsibility of providing for the child. That has since gone when this shit started, where again, the fathers are no longer valid in the lives of the children. You can't make somebody have a paradigm or a solid belief that I have a duty to any of the children that I help create when you don't deem them valuable at all in the upbringing of the children.
We was just told not to have them young, like in the house, like if we 16, 17, but if you out your mama house, you can have as many babies as you want. Yep. Have them young so that you can enjoy your life when they grow up and move out. You're going to be in your 40s. You still going to be young. You know, it wasn't nothing about could you afford them? Do you have somewhere to go with them? Yep. Who is your village? Yep. You know, it wasn't none of those type of questions. It was just, if you do, you make sure you out of my house. Yep. If you have a baby, you getting out of my house. Yep. You know, it wasn't teaching nothing.
Yep.
It was just threats and all of that.
Yep. And Adrian, that's what still goes on. The young, you're spot on. The young girls that I talk to, they'll do a one-on-one with me, or they'll DM me, and they, you know, these girls 19. And some of them 18, 20, they got relatives encouraging them to, yo, you pregnant, you need to keep the baby and things like that. I don't make the decision for them. But what I do tell them is you have to be real with yourself about what you're getting into. Too many of us was lied to. And like you said, we were just chastised. We weren't educated and fully prepped. And the idea is you will have your mother, aunts, people that will encourage you to make this mistake because it's a familiar mistake that they made, but they don't want it to be called a mistake or a poor choice. They will encourage you by saying, you don't need that nigga. I help you babysit. I help you do this. There are tons of us, high percentage of us, that can give the advice to these young girls that they will tell you that before the baby born. But once they born and you got children, them motherfuckers don't babysit like they told you they was at the baby shower. Soon as the baby out the diapers and, you know, somebody got to really watch them and it ain't just laying them up there looking cute and kissing on them. You on your motherfucking own, bitch. There will be emotional things that you will go through. It sounds great at first to say, I raised my baby by myself. Until the baby 5 years old, nobody won't babysit. You low on cash. You ain't got no resources outside of the people that you already done exhausted your help with. You looking at the daddy go up on the internet with another bitch. Like these things start to weigh on your mind. A bitch ain't finna be there with you when they don't talk about none of this. When a girl go to talking about, I'm pregnant and he's telling me to get an abortion and I just don't know what to do. They crowd around you. Girl, we'll help you. Don't let nobody, you ain't got to not. Instead of giving them the reality. I want a bitch to make their own choice, but make it based on what the fuck is really going on in the world. Not based on what we sugarcoating for you behind our fuck ass traumas and our inability to be accountable for what happened to us when we got pregnant young.
And when I tell girls that, they think,
you got condom?
No, I ain't got no condom.
You know what you doing?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You gonna pull out?
Yes.
I just came back from the clinic and I found out I was pregnant.
No, sorry.
Hello? Hello? He hung up on her.
One thing I just absolutely hate about being a mom is how, like, your children will, like, sometimes purposely poke at you. Because, like, I really do try my best to, like, keep my composure and not take my anger out on my kids and not use them as my own personal punching bags because they're in my space. Like, I really, you know, my daughter, she's 11, and sometimes she just poke at me. And my thing is, I'm like, you don't know what I'm battling emotionally. You don't know what I'm battling mentally. And you keep playing with me, bro. And I don't want to hurt you. Please stop. And then I just, like, will shut down and just, like, give her the silent treatment. Because I don't be having nothing nice to say, and I don't want to hurt her with my words. I just think that that's so fucked up for kids when they do that. Like, why do you do that?
I'm talking about their mama. Saying that they
we is, Adrian. We is. I want you to understand. I firmly take the stance that I do. I talk about your mama, your grandmama, your auntie. All of them bitches bad for the culture. All of them that's encouraging young girls to make the same fucking mistakes, passing on the same mentality we had when we first birthed our children. Something they need to be fucking talked about. Didn't they talk about bitches when we was younger, when they wasn't doing right? I be talking about their ass. I don't sugarcoat the shit because it is damaging to our people. It needs to be talked about very bluntly for what some of our mamas was on some fuck shit. I love you, mama, but you did some pussy ass shit. I love you, mama, but you was in your feelings. And a lot of the things that you said about my daddy was a fucking lie. A lot of the reasons why he couldn't come around had to do with your emotions and what he did to you in your relationship, not how he feel about me. And there's a lot of us as women, older women, we can't stand to see a man come around and give our kids that affection he wouldn't give us.
Ears stick out to get away from your face. Well, your mama is
Hold it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat her right. Treat her right. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat her right.
Mother, there is no other like mother. So treat her right. Mother, I always love her. My mother. So treat her right. Treat her right.
We want it so bad. And we got to acknowledge it hurts. It feels uncomfortable. It's not a good feeling to have to try to deal with. It's so triggering to watch a nigga pull up that I used to fuck you. You used to fuck me. I done helped you before. I done did so many things in the relationship that you won't acknowledge. You never gave me credit for. You never gave me my apology for cheating on me. You never paid me back for the shit that I went through with you in a relationship. You was a fucked up boyfriend. It's hurtful to watch these niggas pull up, pick up the child, barely say what up to you, don't really respect your views on certain stuff, ride off, spend time with their jit, bring them back and watch the jit be happy about their daddy. It's hard, but this the shit we not talking about. We'd rather pretend like most of these guys are deadbeats and we just are not doing anything wrong. So you mean to tell me these...
And that we is never going to, Mr. Goodbread, not on Mr. Goodbread watch. Not on Mr. Goodbread watch. No. What's up, y'all? Salute, y'all. Let's get back.
These feelings I just described. You got all these bitches on you and you operating in a co-parenting situation being fair. Bitch, get your ass out of here. I'm knowing what you thinking. I'm knowing what you do. I done thought them same thoughts. I done watched my peers think them same. You sitting there like, man, how the fuck? I carried this baby. I birthed up.
Guys, y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see that body one more time? Cause Glenn Eagles earned it. Y'all see him? Glenn Eagles earned it. Y'all want to see that body one more time? Well, y'all want to see that? He earned it. Yeah, I do. Glenn. What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you, sir? First of all, hold up. First, where we at? First.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
You don't actually have to comment anything negative about what I know and about what people praise me on knowing. Y'all hop on my, oh, she got on, why she got that on? You could actually just grind hard, and if you feel like, you know, you want to get your body done or you want to go to the gym and work out, you know, you have the same access to the same resources that all the rest of us do. You could change your diet and eat no carbs like I do. You can go under the knife and go get yourself together that way by stacking you up some bread to be able to pay for that. Or you can go pay for a trainer. Or hell, you can go just get with a group of friends that's motivated to go work out and work your ass. You don't actually have to come on my page and be bothered by nothing you see, because I don't ask a bitch to come here. But all of this stuff is reflective of your esteem about self. It's the same when you see dudes and they looking at other dudes, and because the nigga done pulled up and he got all his money or his jewels on, you hear niggas saying, well, I don't know why they be buying all that stuff. You could just mind your business. Or you can go buy the stuff too, or you can worry about it not, because it ain't your money. I made the decision. This nigga pulling up, ain't really saying shit to me. Don't give a fuck. Only reason I had the baby was because I was trying to make it work with him. That's a tough space to be in. This is why we need therapy. This is why we need to group up and hold each other accountable. This is why we need to have these type of conversations to talk ourselves through it. It's a lot more math behind the madness. Who can relate? I've been there. I know those feelings. I know tons of women that are in those feelings right now. It's hard to be grown. It's hard to be grown. It's hard to be grown when you feel that way.
Yeah, I went through all that shit just being a single father and trying to be there for my son. Especially, but not even knowing how to be there. I just know I'm gonna be there. I told myself that when she got pregnant, I'm like, man, I want to be there. Whatever it take, whatever it need, you know, I'm not gonna bitch.
Peep game, it be dudes in her Zoom and all. These are people that's investing in themselves right now. You know what I mean? So they going to tell their story. They got no reason to lie because they spent their money. But this is where it starts. It start with that self-investment, guys. Self-care.
About it, I'm just going to do what I need to do. But it didn't work out like that, so...
Frank, you develop a jealousy. You damn near develop a jealousy of the other person, that you're taking on all these responsibilities more than them. They're not really showing you. This is the root of a lot of co-parenting friction. There is one parent that is wildly envious of the other, and not envious like I want to be you or be with you. But it's like I done had to sacrifice a lot of shit over here, and I'm getting no awards for it. I want to tell the young people, ain't no award coming for the shit you sacrifice for your children, and they don't owe you. And sometimes the shit is one-sided when you co-parenting with somebody that didn't really want the baby in the beginning or didn't want you after the baby got here. And it goes both ways in this shit. And we got to try to co-parent and do what's best for the child through these feelings, but we ain't talking about these feelings. Go ahead, Frank.
I was in your co-parenting Zoom. One day I had to stop my truck because like you was saying some bad shit, and like once the Zoom was over with, the one thing that you had said that stuck in.
Why? Because you feeling this way, the ward, right? Why the wood? Why? Because you feeling this way. Why she got to be speaking from experience? Why people can't read books? Because you don't read, bro. Because you stopped reading once you got out of high school. Why everybody else can't read? What if she read this in a book? Or what if she just went outside and saw what's going on outside? It's not hard to see what's going on out here. You know what I mean? Unless you're an idiot or unless you was raised by the women that been alienating fathers, it's not hard to see this is going on, sir.
Can you please put his coat on so that way he could come outside? That has nothing to do with me. No, that doesn't have anything to do with me. It's a part of the court order. Are you gonna give him? Are you gonna let me get my visitation or no? You're not gonna let me get his visitation? Hold on. Don't step on the side of the door. Are you going to allow me visitation as a part per the court order? Okay, no problem. I'll just tell him to come.
So did you not see that, ma'am? Did you not see that? I mean, we see that every day. I got 1,000 of those. Wait a minute. You want to wait a minute? You want to wait right there? You want to hold on? Let me pull another one up. Let me stop playing. But we're not going to allow you to disrupt today's class because today's class is an important one. But go sit down, bro.
In my fucking head. He was like, shit, motherfucker want to come get these kids. You gonna do your job? Like, I'm not gonna keep that from you. You want to pick them up? Pick them up. And I'm like, man, fuck that. You come get this responsibility. That's all was going through my head. Come get this responsibility. Shit, I've been having this motherfucker check out. Come get this responsibility.
Frank, you know my saying. Let these niggas get this work. Let fathers deserve this work. This shit is work. It's work.
But they don't want to let us get this work, love. They want to sit there and just hold on to the work so that they could cry wolf, thinking they getting something for crying wolf. Let us get this work and you go fix yourself and you go be about yourself, man. You could go hot girl summer all you want. Give us the work. Men are screaming, we want this work. More men than ever, than our grandfathers. See, y'all still want to run. They want to run with this the grandfather story. See, our grandma could use that story, and even she wouldn't even use that pitiful ass story. But that story for her generation, ma'am, y'all best to stop playing, bro. I done told y'all.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
I was like, shit, you gotta come and get this responsibility.
But the thing is,
I was like, you know,
I'm gonna tell you something. Frank, the thing is, as mothers, when we birth these babies, we're so in control at first, based on our mindset, based on the way things are set up legally nowadays. You have to genuinely open up, relinquish control, and let these men get this work. This is why a lot of men are disconnected from being a father. They want to be better, that they got certain views and stuff they want to do. But the idea is we're breaking the bond early on. We saying shit like, certain stuff that will make a nigga mentally disconnect. We're pushing them away instead of pulling them in to get this work. You ain't got to want me for me to be a real woman and understand my child needs this bond with both parents. They need it, regardless of what I think about you in regards to our relationship stuff.
And that's a fact, sis. Sisters with sense, understand that some men are mentally stronger than others, right? And I consider myself strong, right? But you know that expression that they go teach y'all, what don't kill you only make you stronger? That's a lie. You know what I mean? Because if you keep beating me in my head with something, I'm going to get out of the way with it, bro. So if you keep telling me I'm a deadbeat, if you keep telling me I can't see my kid, guess what? The type of person I am. The type of person I am. You keep telling me this, I'm gonna eventually take you up on your offer. And I don't give a damn if you paint me out to be a deadbeat, because that's what you want to do. Because that goes with your story. That's why you tie the child to your hip and have your kid swinging from the hip all day. You don't want to give the father equal parenting time.
It says, go ahead.
My kid's father was on drugs, so his family got that work. You know what I'm saying? His mama, his daddy, his sisters, because he had like 14 sisters and brothers. They got that work. They all knew that my kids couldn't, go with him or nothing because he was, doing some foul stuff. But they got the work. I let the people that love them, that's some kin of them, because people be thinking just because it's unsafe for the daddy to have a kid, that the family get cut off. I don't cut the family off. I didn't cut the family off. I let the grandmama get that work, his sister them get that work. All of them called and they was involved. So I just used it as a village, in a sense, as to take the pressure off of me, because I knew I couldn't change him.
Right. I'm gonna tell you something. It's so many of these conversations that need to be had with us as adults amongst other adults so that it could be understood this is not okay. And then we can start working on changing it, making the necessary changes in our character, in these little unwritten rules we got in our community. It's so important that we start really looking at this shit for what it is and stop just going off of how we feel. And this is why for me, because I'm very logical, I can relate to a lot of men walking the fuck away, consciously walking away, family members walking the fuck away from children based on the unpleasant custodial parent. This idea that I got to fight you to be able to get access to my children, especially for a lot of men when they look at, family court and things like that. And you look at statistically, it is a losing game for a lot of men. A lot of niggas like, if you want to act out that bad, bring the court system in, all in an effort to try to have things your way. Hey, just have it your way. Then when they do that, then you mad at that. It's a never.
Exactly. It take two to make a baby. But when they alienating the father, they not screaming. It take two to make a baby. When they trying to tell the father how to be a dad, it's that it take two to make a baby goes out the window, and now it's their way or the highway, and only them. And it took two to make this baby, right? They use that when it benefits them.
Never-ending cycle, and all the shit hurt the children. It's like a game that we don't realize is a game that's fucking us over.
Yeah, one of my
nephew. Frank, let me get the mic for a second.
Oh, go ahead.
I wouldn't fit to have no baby with no black woman because she wouldn't allow you to have a loving, full relationship with your son. I've seen grown men weep and cry. I'm talking about gangster bad niggas, cause man, they just can't see because she got so much control over the baby. I watch niggas give up on life, homie. I watch niggas put their head down in shame and walk away from the baby because she got too much control. It breaks a man's spirit and soul. Your son or your daughter looking at you and mama got all to say and you supposed to be daddy, then you can't be the hero. Because mama play the villain and you can't come save your child from that villain. How you gonna be that hero? I kick this goddamn door in to get my baby. Bitch, I'm gonna be a hero.
Gorilla God King, can you clarify what you talking about? Can you can you just elaborate on your on this comment here? I don't understand what you're talking about, but I definitely want to answer you.
My nephew, I'm gonna give it back to you. So my nephew, he had his first child at the age of 26. And the child he had was with a 36-year-old woman, and it was her fourth baby, right? So they broke up in the midst of her pregnancy, but she would never let my nephew get his baby. So she had this stipulation like, oh, because the baby's an infant, you got to come over to my mama house or my house and spend time with the baby here. She wouldn't let the baby go off with him. And then as a couple of years passed, his son, like 5 years old at this point, started letting him get his child. But my nephew's child kept wanting to have his iPad to call his mama in the middle of the night, like, Mom, come get me. So my nephew's like, no, you can't have your iPad. If you know you're going to stay over here, you're going to stay with me. Mm-hmm. So now the mom won't let him go over there no more because, he's denying him access of his iPad to be able to call me if he needs me. But this is his biological father.
But Sierra, listen.
You got 10 years on his head.
Yep, I want you to understand. We have these warped mentalities that the parenting situation deems us the judge, and then everybody else is the players in our courtship, right? It's so you know how many men going through that? What you talking about? The women say they can't go no more because they can't call they can't call the child all day long while the child with you. Like I've watched my brother go through that. I've watched.
Where your son at? I told you when you come to my house, pick up your son. Don't bring no female.
We done told you about this, bro. Don't be bringing everybody to our house. You don't want everybody around your son, though.
But it do. Because every time I tell you,
where my son at?
Your son is in the house because you got a female, and I don't want no new females, no strangers, period, around my son.
No strangers, period. Or this just got to do with a female.
You heard what I said.
First of all, you know I don't got no car. Second, I'm trying to spend more time with him, and I'm trying to get him some shoes for school. What you talking about? You
First
told
of
me to
all,
come pick
you
him
know
up
I
and do all
don't
this
care.
and that.
Second,
and
no
then now you
female
got
about my son.
All right, Gorilla, that's what I thought you was talking about. Gorilla, that's what we doing here right now. Gorilla says, I'm just saying there needs to be a focus on how to make these changes. That's what we doing. Because you got to address it. You got to address it. You got to knock down everything that you got to make everybody woke and aware to tell them, knock down everything that they was building before they read the instructions on how to build whatever it was. that they tried to build. Because there's some basic instructions before leaving Earth that the people needed to read. So that's what we're doing here, right? By addressing it, you give the people a chance to speak it, hear it, so that if they didn't want to speak it, because a lot of people is they're not good with confrontation, so they'll hold this in. But when you find channels like mine that's addressing it, speaking it out loud, then you hear it and you know, okay, it's not just me. So that's starting point number one. Now, hold on, let me get back because you left for lengthy. Whether it be through education, that's what this is, because we laughing and we giggling and we saying facts. Well, we really not laughing today because we don't have a body cam today, and we don't got black women stealing or running into a pole or trying to slice their boyfriends. We don't have none of that, so we're not laughing today. Today we're actually just being educated. So we got the education, deeper discussion. This is the deepest discussion that it gets because your first oppressor is your mother, and that's what we're addressing. The title that you clicked in today reads "Brutally Honest Conversation About Black Mothers in Our Community." All right, just in case you just got caught on a flyby, I know how these things work. So that's that, etc. And it's no etc. Is that's that. And there needs to be a focus on how we stop things like this from happening. Bro, how long you was sitting in here before you started asking your questions? Because, bro, that's all we've been doing. That's all we've been doing. You ain't even have to ask that, bro. You should have super chatted for that, bro. You should have saved your comment for a super chat, bro. You playing.
Other family members go through that. I watched my fiance go through that same type of silly ass shit. All because these women are programmed.
Oh, you need to get your baby. You don't deal with your son. That's wrong. The bitch won't let them deal with his son.
Yep.
How is he wrong?
Yep. And then when you say that, you got a bunch of retarded ass females that'll be like, what you mean? He better fight. Why should somebody have to fight to have access to what they're legally responsible for? Y'all bitches on crack. And I don't blame a lot of niggas for walking the fuck away, because it is the children are being used as a pawn for you to get the attention that you thought you were going to get in the beginning by having them from this particular guy. It's a play on your emotions. It's the fucked up shit your mammy taught you. And it goes on so often. I'm just one of the real people that's willing to admit, like the video I did, 70%. And I could probably go up to 80. Like if we go all the way up to the end of this year, it's probably a higher percentage than that. They don't got no fucking deadbeats. They got a warped, retarded mentality. Bitches was raised wrong. They raising the kids wrong. Everything is about power and control and emotion.
Imagine anything, because you're not even on a caliber to date a single mother. You
ever hear a guy saying like, oh, you have a child, or oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. They probably don't have the means to take care of your child because they're broke bums, and we don't want those men anyway. The real, true, high-value men are going to be seeking or not avoiding someone because they're a mother.
You need to have a man pay for the babysitter if he wants to take you out.
Ladies, set the standard high. Set the standard high, especially since you're a mom, because it's not just about you anymore. It's about you and your kids.
I find it really stupid when I see men trying to make it a point that single mother standards are way too high. But wouldn't you think that a good mother or a good woman, period, would want the best for her children and want the best around her children? So you best believe that my standards are going to be through the roof. At this point, my standards are so high, I think I'm looking for Jesus Christ himself.
Mad by the new bitch being in the picture. Nothing has actually to do with what the children need. And it's so fucked up for our culture. A lot of them were parented like that, so they don't know no better. It's sick and it's sad.
And I ain't gonna even lie, I have done something like that when I was younger. And like I didn't even really have valid reasons. Like I really just was making up stuff because I didn't want my child to go with him.
We got another one. Chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm gonna wait this time, but put a 1 if y'all think Lisa deserve it. Cause Lisa is obviously big. What she threw on love is what she is. So put a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to hit her with it. You all that deflection, boy. All that deflection, yo. Lisa. What's wrong, Lisa? What's wrong, Lisa? You out there raising some bastards. You raising bastards. This is triggering. Y'all taking too long, Goodbread. Oh, there you go. Word, she earned it. I'm like, y'all don't want to see. Come on now, Lisa. You said she fat. You think she fat, Lisa? That's how we know you big. You just showed us your hand, man.
You don't actually have to comment anything negative about what I know and about what people praise me on knowing. Y'all hop on my, oh, she got on, why she got that on? You could actually just grind hard, and if you feel like, you know, you want to get your body done or you want to go to the gym and work out, you know, you have the same access to the same resources that all the rest of us do. You could change your diet and eat no carbs like I do. You can go under the knife and go get yourself together that way by stacking you up some bread to be able to pay for that. Or you can go pay for a trainer, or hell, you can go just get with a group of friends that's motivated to go work out and work your ass. You don't actually have to come on my page and be bothered by nothing you see, because I don't ask a bitch to come here. But all of this stuff is reflective of your esteem about self. It's the same when you see dudes and they looking at other dudes, and because the nigga done pulled up and he got all his money or his jewels on, you hear niggas saying, well, I don't know why they be buying all that stuff. You can just mind your business. Or you can go buy the stuff too, or you can worry about it not, because it ain't your money.
Yep. It wasn't really fucking with me like that.
Yep. And Jessica, I'm going to tell you something. I love that she said that, right? Because it's so many of us, we are not willing to admit. If y'all just watch when I be online, how many women play crazy. 70%. What you mean keeping them? These niggas is deadbeats. Why you won't talk about that? Girl, I am a mother, right? I have a baby daddy. I know what the fuck be going through our mind. Who the fuck you think you fooling? Just like Jessica just admitted, we will sit there and make up a reason why the kids can't go with their daddy. Just because, like Jessica said, because he ain't fucking with us or doing something with the kid the way that we want. And this shit is a part of our culture. I've been in relationships where the baby mama will say, well, if I can't meet her, you can't see your kids. I ain't even watching these kids. Like, I'm the type of woman, I don't babysit niggas' kids, and I'm not that type of stepmama. Like, I don't do that. I am attracted to men that are real fathers. If you see me with a nigga, that nigga's a stepper by his children. You don't bring the kids to my house and drop them off or leave them at home with me when the children are over here, right? As the non-custodial parent, you're right there with them, and we're doing things as a family. I done seen bitches make up all kind of shit just to try to get in the girlfriend's face. Don't got shit to do with the child, nothing productive for the culture. They just doing this shit based on feelings. Thank you, Jessica, for being willing to be honest. Most hoes is not. They're going to swear up and down it is some legitimate thing. Now, a lot of women will get on a one-on-one in private and admit this. I've had plenty of women like Jessica just did, get on a one-on-one, and they will admit. I did a one-on-one last week when I had my one-on-one special. A girl explained, like, she don't want her baby going with the nigga unless, well, she don't want the baby around the girlfriend, is what she's saying. She running it down. So it gets to the point of the conversation. I'm asking, okay, what did the girlfriend do? What about her track record with you and the child has you feeling this way? The phone was quiet for over 2 minutes. The girl just sitting there trying to think of, and she was like, I'm going to just be honest, love. It ain't really no reason. I just don't want my kids around her.
And those will be the women. Let me tell you now, because love, I don't think they're going to get deep. They ain't going to get blackish. I'm going to get blackish. Those be the women that'll turn your kids into a whole liar. They'll make your kid lie on you, bro. Those be the women that'll have your kid live with them, so they gotta fold. And don't you go be mad at your kid. Make sure you establish that from jump. The minute you get a chance to understand your kid comprehends what you're saying out your mouth, you make sure you let your child know, listen, your mother is a dummy. And no matter what happens, I'm never going to fault you for anything. So don't think I said or I told on you. But you might have to tell on me, or you might have to do some old okey doke joint that's not going to feel good to your spirit. Do it, and don't worry. Don't think that I'm mad at you. I'm never mad at you. You have to have that conversation with them, fellas. You got to have that, especially knowing you have one of these baby mothers. If you have one of these baby mothers, don't be dumb, bro. You gotta put the child in grown folks' business. Cause she's putting the child in grown folks' business. She will fuck around and have that child lie as if your girlfriend hit her, or you know what? Seeing is believing, guys. This is the shit that she just was talking about. We the truth with proof over here.
And I told him that I don't want nobody putting their hands on my daughter but me, because I'm the mother. So what makes you feel like you could do that?
Understood. First off, it was something mutual between me and the father because your daughter was being disrespectful.
Okay, this is my thing. My daughter's not disrespectful. And even if she was disrespectful, I told him to not let nobody, no bitch, excuse me, but really not excuse me, to put their hands on my daughter.
Okay, at the end of the day, your daughter's not disrespectful to you because you're her mother, and I guess the ways that she's learning.
I guarantee you, this mother created that scenario by pumping the daughter in her head, letting the daughter know continuously that that's not her mother, that lady not her mother. And this is some minute shit, yo. This is some minute shit. But she wanted to make her, you heard what Love said? She created a situation to force herself into the baby father new situation.
And I told him that I don't want nobody putting their hands on my daughter but me, because I'm the mother. So what makes you feel like you could do that?
Understood. First off, it was something mutual between me and the father because your daughter was being disrespectful.
Okay, this is my thing. My daughter's not disrespectful. And even if she was disrespectful, I told him to not let nobody, no bitch, excuse me, but really not excuse me, to put their hands on my daughter.
You heard her? And even if she was disrespectful, that right there was it. That let me know subconsciously, if you're not a fool, as long as you're healed, subconsciously, you know what time it is with that comment, that statement right there. Now, I apologize. I just want y'all to focus in on the slick shit.
And I told him that I don't want nobody putting their hands on my daughter but me, because I'm the mother. So what makes you feel like you could do that?
Understood. First off, it was something mutual between me and the father because your daughter was being disrespectful.
Okay, this is my thing. My daughter's not disrespectful. And even if she was disrespectful, I told him to not let nobody, no bitch, excuse me, but really not excuse me, to put their hands on my daughter.
Okay, at the end of the day, your daughter's not disrespectful to you because you're her mother, and I guess the ways that she's learning, you're teaching her. However,
baby,
what
look,
I'm trying to tell you
it gotta
is
be
that
something
in my
that you
house,
said
where
to
I
her
pay bills,
for her
where
to
I
even
stay,
feel.
that it ain't gonna be tolerated.
Okay.
The child's
Well, I'm
gonna
gonna say
stay in
this:
the child's
we
place.
can't talk together. We seen together, but we can't talk together.
But what I'm telling you is valid, and I'm
okay. So why you let her put her hands on our daughter? Because you know what you mean what I'm doing here? I'm checking your wife because she feel like she got out there to put her hands on my daughter.
Let's stop it right there, because first off, she was being disrespectful.
How was she being disrespectful?
I gave her permission.
Why didn't why didn't you discipline her? I'm not talking to you right now. Why didn't you discipline her? Because you the damn daddy.
Because I wasn't here.
Okay, well, next time, call me or something. Because I don't condone that. You need to speak to me. I'm the one that birthed her because this is my daughter. He is. But look, if he's not here to discipline her, then you need a way. Because
you just could have called me about this. You
don't.
She really wanted to call her a bitch too. You heard her, right? You peeped that. That's what she came over there for, y'all. To call that lady a bitch. Y'all peeped that slick shit. After she if she disrespectful, and I told nothing to let no bitch. And that's what she wanted to say, y'all. That's what and it's evil, yo. It's evil. It's evil, bro. It's sad shit.
You could have called me about this. You
don't answer the phone. You don't answer the phone. And this is what I have to do to get through to y'all. If I got to pull up and add the fool to get through to y'all.
So that's why she just told on herself. Because he don't answer. Ma'am, why do these baby mothers think because you drop nut in them that they own you for the rest of their life? Ma'am, he's in a new situation. You is in a new situation. Why the fuck do you need my number? Why do I got to call you? Why do you need direct communication? Like, come on now, let's stop playing dumb. Like, this co-parent joint done turned into control the other parent. Y'all think y'all slick. And that's because a lot of you brothers, right? Y'all like that attention. And y'all don't set boundaries, bro. You must learn how to set your boundaries now, sir. Because all that's going to do is mess up your situation, your new situation. You got to remember, Lilith left your garden because she ain't want to be submissive. She ain't want to let you get on top. All right. So now, if you let her swing her ass back around and fuck your Eve up, I don't know what to tell you because he ain't make another female for us. He ain't make another. He made two. We don't get taxed for that. she dizzy. That's the modern woman. But the second one, bruh, come on.
Could have called me about this.
You don't answer the phone. You don't answer the phone. And this is what I have to do to get through to y'all. If I got to pull up and act the fool to get through to y'all because y'all want to touch my child, this is what I'm going to do.
It's my child too.
Okay, but if you aren't there in the vicinity.
You come in my house and try to act a fool.
What you mean act a fool? You weren't here. So if you were not here, then how you going to punish her? How you going to do that? So that's not her right to do that.
I'm the only one
here, though, and she's under my authority at the time. She should be listening. Don't you
Okay,
think?
I'm not saying she should not listen, but let me tell you something. This is my daughter. I don't want you touching her. That's point blank, period. And if she comes back to me,
coming over here because if she's gonna be disrespectful and cross the line.
okay, well, why you not being a daddy and checking her then and making sure that she's respecting her? Because you just told me that you weren't here when it happened. So if you're not here when it happened,
back and tell you that daddy whooped me, because I do. If she's disrespectful in my house, she's going to
she
get
told
punished.
me that daddy's new
No matter
girlfriend
who's
touched
in the
me.
house, if she's
That's what
under
she
our
told me.
guidance-
Ain't nothing
if
new
she-
about this.
if she- Let me handle this.
Okay, look.
If she's
Please
under our
handle this,
guidance,
because I swear to God, you know how I get.
What?
And I'm already up here. It don't matter. It's my daughter, though. It's my daughter. And I ain't even really got to talk to you. We can definitely go there. Because I'm with that time, too. What? Listen to what?
she's under my roof, she's going to get punished if she's being
I'm not,
disrespectful.
okay, look, I'm not saying she can't be punished, but she does not have to put her hands on my daughter. Call me and I will handle it, or either teach her to be more respectful, because she don't do that with me. So that says something.
So where she's learning
So that
from?
says something.
She don't-
Obviously
she
you.
damn sure don't learn
Obviously
here.
you. Okay, but if
damn
she's
sure don't
disrespecting
learn
y'all, then
it.
what
She's
sense
with
does
you
that make?
24/7. What is you talking
Exactly,
about?
and she doesn't disrespect me. She disrespects y'all. So that.
Yo, listen. You don't. It take two to make a baby. All right, that's all I'ma say. Don't play with me. Y'all don't get to use that. Y'all do not get to use that when it benefits y'all. It take two to make a baby. So when my baby is in my custody, you don't get to tell me how to be a dad, man. You know what I mean? You don't even have a dad. And clearly that woman don't have a boyfriend. She don't have no new situation going on. She might have a couple of D appointments, but she ain't got nobody that take her serious. That's why she continued to try to insert herself into that man life. Guys, you got to set boundaries, yo. This is this is just my boundaries. Once I met a new female, it was straight up. I had that conversation. You have the conversation with your baby mother. Look, ma'am, don't nothing pop off after 9:30. Don't call my phone after 9:30, bro. We got up until 9:30 for the sky to fall on your baby, our baby. But after 9:30, I don't give a fuck. Don't call my phone unless it's an absolute emergency. An absolute emergency. And we all know the absolute emergencies. We're grown-ups, we're adults. So we're not gonna play dumb, right? But you do not get direct and 24/7, 365 access direct. You fuck out of here. Because you know what, guys? They don't be wanting to meet them teachers like that. It's weird how they want to meet your new girlfriend and they want to push all that bad old spirit on your new spirit and new situation, but they don't be wanting to meet them teachers like that. This is why you got to set boundaries, guys. Tell her to meet the teacher. The teacher be around the kid more than anybody, more than your new girlfriend, but they do this to the teacher.
Is Miss Glass from your child's school?
Yeah, I know who this is. What's going on?
Hey, I was calling because I'm having a little bit of an issue out of your son today. He is not wanting to sit down in his seat, and he will not stop talking. So I was.
Oh my God, I thought he was sick. So y'all don't handle that?
Well, usually we use our behavior management system, which requires for us to call the parent if the behavior is getting.
It don't seem like it's really managing it. If you, y'all can't. I'm trying to work.
And I understand that, and I also am trying to work, but I want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
She's trying to get smart. Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to get smart. I just want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Well, what he doing?
He won't sit down and he won't stop talking. Therefore, he's not able
You
to
tell me
complete.
you can't make him sit down.
Well, I can't make a child do anything. I can request it, I can ask it, but I can't make.
You see how they hate the father more than they love the children, because they will let the system, zaddy system, discipline the child before the biological father. Because what was the difference in that situation right there, except for the control, her wanting to control the baby father? Come on now, let's stop playing. Let's get back to Love Dorsey, yo. Let's get back to Love Dorsey. Sisters with sense, don't make these mistakes. That's what we doing right now. We calling out the mistakes that the old women made that got them playing victim so that y'all don't fall into the same trap. Because playing victim, you get nothing for playing the victim. You get nothing for rooting for that moms, bro. That means you're still hurt. Y'all hurt. Y'all want y'all baby daddy so bad. That's the only thing that means. Y'all want y'all baby daddy so bad. Y'all have used this technique. Just insert yourself in that man's life. That's the best. Is that the best interest of your child? Is that really? Ask yourself. You stupid fool, you bald head roach, you. Is that the best interest of your child? And then if the dad say, well, don't send her over here, then he a deadbeat, right? Then he a deadbeat. Then, oh, he a deadbeat father. He don't bother with his child because it's God over them kids. You put God first, ma'am, dummy. You supposed to put God first. That's the problem with y'all females. That's why y'all keep messing up with your baby father. Because we were designed to be out the house, ma'am. You were designed to hold that baby down. So no matter how you want to chop it up or cut it up or want to pass off your God-given task, you don't get to do that. You don't get to tell me how to get out there in them streets and be a provider for my children. And you don't get to tell me how much I gotta provide or when I should provide. As long as I'm out there working till my hands bleed and sweat fill my eyes, you don't get to then try to get me to have to do your task and share. No, ma'am. It takes two to make a baby, miss. That's what you say. So let's stop playing. Let's stop playing these dumb games, bro. Stop sleeping with stupid niggas, and you'll be up on this level, man.
And I don't even disagree with you having a certain person you don't want your kids around, right? Even if you don't got no reason. The problem comes in when you're using that non-legitimate reason as a reason why they can't go with their father. Now you're actually a detriment to the child. You're actually a problem, not the nigga. You're the problem. You will literally just pick out random shit and deem that a reason to deprive them of love from the other person that was a part of making them. And this shit go on so fluently in the hood, in poor communities, in the urban culture. It is a norm, but we get online and act like it's not. I'm just real enough to be honest. So thank you, Jessica, for that.
So y'all make a baby. Y'all really wasn't liking in the first place. Y'all, when do you deem that he can go? Is it because they already had a relationship to baby 5? What do you deem a 5-week-old? Like, to me, and I guess I'll be transparent, I only denied access on the strength of you ain't got no other kids, you don't know how to take care of one. Now, I would like to think when he's old enough,
so Ophelia, pause. So she said, you're basically saying I denied the kids going early on because the man don't know how to take care of the child because he don't have no other kids, correct?
Correct. And the child is 12 months old.
Okay, so now watch this.
So he didn't come around
Okay, so now watch this. All of us at one point had our first baby. We did not know what the fuck we were doing. You didn't take no fucking parenting classes when you had your first child. Bitch, you winged it. And you went off of what your mama told you, your aunties, relatives. If I'm your baby daddy, why the fuck can't the baby come with me? My mama and my sisters and my family members will help the same way a motherfucker helped raise me. We have a warped mentality that somehow we just all of a sudden know more because the child came out of our pussy. When in all reality, we make just as many mistakes parenting as men do. And like the book said, a lot of parents do not actually want to admit that. And because of a lot of our mamas wouldn't admit to us, they didn't know what the fuck we was doing half the time. Half of us fell out the bed under 12 months. A lot of us went through a lot of different sicknesses and shit that came from our mothers and what they exposed us to. It's a lot of us, we done been in the emergency room under the care of our mother. Who the fuck are we to tell a nigga he don't know what the fuck he doing? We don't.
Benji. Benji, what did that trigger you, man? So you knew how to raise a baby? You knew how to raise a baby, right? You just knew, right? You knew? How did you know, Benji? How did you know? How did you know how to just raise a baby? Let us know. Tell us the secret, yo. Tell us the secret. She said raise. She didn't say make. You heard her? She said raise, not make. We know you know how to make a baby. We know that. Bro, she said raise. Like, how did you know how to raise your first baby, man? Because I can guess. Just let us know. Tell us you got 13 kids, man, without telling us you got 13 kids. Tell us. Just tell us, man. Because it's just raising kids is your profession now, because it just comes naturally to you. So you just think everybody's just supposed to know how to raise a baby, right? So let us know, man. Share that knowledge with us. Sharing is caring. We suffer for the lack of knowledge, and you got it. You got it, yo. 13 of them. That's all you got. You got about 13. That's it.
Don't be knowing what the fuck we doing. Now you think about this. In our culture, right? The majority of the single-headed mother households, right? Headed by a woman, these households, they're the custodial parent for the child. When you go, and because I do this for a living, when you go talk to social workers, most of the house calls they come out on, peep this, I talk to social workers. Most of the house calls they come out on for abuse of a child or neglect of a child or endangerment of a child is the female custodial parent with some fuck shit in her household. A nigga she chose beating on a child or touching on a child. This ain't the baby daddy. This the bitch that said, this is my child. I'm a better mother than the father. The kid stays with me and not DCF over there. Most of the cases involve the mother in some sort of negligence sitting around the people she chose. And they give her a parenting plan and they let her get chances to get the child back when she make mistakes. Y'all baby daddy make one mistake and now for the next 9-10 years, he can't get around his kid. DCF come in because you made a mistake genuinely. Like my kids done did shit under my watch. My youngest daughter, she done ate a Tide Pod, all kind of shit when she was a toddler. And we had to rush to the emergency room and the little DCF people come in there and ask you what happened 19 times to make sure your story done changed. Shit like I wish a bitch would try to come and tell me I now can't have access to my JIT for the next 9 years because I made a mistake. Pussy asshole, show me who perfect. But we talking to niggas like we perfect. I'm just real enough to speak on this shit. I done been in the emergency room behind shit that happened with my kids on my watch. My daughter Paris, under my watch, done wanted to change her TV. I got mounted up on the wall, can't find the remote, went and got.
Salute, y'all. For those of y'all just tuned in, real quick rundown. One of the sisters, she said she wanted to remain anonymous. She sent me $200 to release a private live Dorsey Zoom because she know I be recording everything and she know I be investing and I be in these Zooms and I be doing this. So this is why y'all get treated to this today. I'm just a substitute today.
A stool, climbed up on that bitch, fell off and broke her arm. She broke that under my watch. So my baby daddy should come over and say, because she fell and broke her arm, give me this baby. You don't know what you're doing. I'm taking her now. Now you don't get your child. Hell fuck no. Correct me on what I need to be corrected on. Let's get my child sought about, and I'm going to pick up where I left the fuck off. How come we can get that grace, but niggas get one chance? Makes no sense. Ophelia, you weren't right. Sorry, honey, but you were not right for that. Does not make logical sense.
No, I appreciate it. That's why I fucks with you. I can take it.
And I appreciate you for receiving that. On everything, I appreciate you for receiving it. I have much respect for women like her, Jessica, those of y'all in these Zooms that you're willing to be honest, because all I'm interested in talking is real shit. No sugarcoating, no none of that. I've been there. I've made mistakes. So I'm willing to only have conversations with like-minded people. That's why I'm so picky about this book club. I have no time to sit up with a nigga or a bitch that's going to keep going in circles about their feelings when we're talking about real life logic and trying to fix this shit. It says...
The sugarcoating is what got us messed up. It's all the sugarcoating. If it came out right and told us in the gate, we wouldn't be right here.
Right.
You know, it's the sugarcoat part that don't want to tell it, the secrets. Just let them find out.
Yep.
We'll find out without nobody guiding you, nobody saying. Everybody wants you to make the same mistakes they did as opposed to throwing the pillar down. You know, you don't get that kind of in our culture like we need it to be. You know, where people need to, where your heart at, where your morals, where your good person. You know, because you always talk about the good person, raising your children to be good people.
Yep.
You know, not always trying to get over on somebody. Not always want to live the bum life and see how much they can get over with before somebody get tired of.
Yep.
You know, raise your kids to feel something, know something, and be able to handle that stuff and deal with life.
We gonna fix it, y'all. We all together. This channel right here. This channel gonna fix it, y'all. We're growing. Y'all know we about, well, we probably like 1,000 subscribers away from 100,000. People start to take notice at what you're doing. You know what I mean? People start to take notice. That's when I could run down to City Hall. I'm in New York. I could run down to City Hall to show these politicians that need our vote. You know what I mean? I got some bread. So I'll put this influence, this 100,000 subscriber influence along with some bread, and I'll get some things. I'll get some shit moving. You know what I mean? But we gonna do it. We gonna do it, and it's gonna be a total team effort. I told y'all that from jump. And I told y'all I'm not one of those that talk to hear myself talk, bro. I come up with logical ideas that we can do. I'm not a delusional nigga. You know what I mean? And that's that. Let us go, love.
Life without the sugarcoat, because that's what's messing us up. The sugarcoat.
Yep.
So
we're not having these.
We're
not having these real conversations, and part of it is because it feels uncomfortable. When I say stuff like what I'm saying, it feels uncomfortable. So it's like if you weren't, this is us now as the children. We weren't raised to manage our emotions or even process what we're feeling. So now as adults, when we feel uncomfortable shit, we retreat. We don't want to talk about it more. We want to not talk. That's why we in the day and age of a bitch hanging up, not coming around. You ever ask somebody do you wrong and then they leave you alone? They stop fucking with you after they did you wrong. Just because they anticipating the uncomfortableness about you confronting and holding them accountable for how they tried you or did you wrong when you didn't wrong them. You got grown motherfucking adults well into their 30s and 40s that will stop talking to you after they fucked you over. All because they don't want to have an apology conversation.
I was trying to say earlier, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you just really don't know how other people affect your children.
Come on.
Just yesterday, it's crazy that we had this conversation. Just yesterday, my boyfriend and I drove up to where his son lives with his mother, and we spent the day at her house with his son working on a project for school. And she was just telling me, this ex-wife is telling me about how his son enjoyed his summer. He's been talking about you all summer. I got to learn how to make French toast now because this boy, all he asked me for. But having those extra, once you can get over the whole relationship part, your child having that new relationship with it be the father or the mother, it exposes your child to so much more information and so much more. She was having trouble teaching him prime numbers and composites. And that's like one of my things. We sat, and that boy can tell you every prime number on the spectrum, every composite. And she said this is somewhere she was really struggling. Now, this is my boyfriend's ex-wife. From day one, we sat down and we got an understanding of each other. And it wasn't I want to know about you just to know. It was an understanding of where we stood in these two people's lives, my man, her child, and how we was going to make this happy for everybody. We ended up spending the next weekend in Orlando at Legoland, having a ball with all of our families, her mother, my father, all that was brought together.
You gotta, Antoinette, you describing the it takes a village, and you're describing how you have to be grown and mature. You got to get out your feelings and into logic. Like you said, you might be the stepmama that you're good at math, and my son with my baby daddy is struggling with math. I'm over here worrying about if he bringing him around you. You need to be the first person he take him to. We ain't thinking about resources for our children, but a lot of us, we were deprived of resources because of our mama's feelings. So we believe that this is the right way to do things. A lot of us, our daddy got pushed away. Go ahead.
I said that to say this. I got home today. We got back from out of town, and my boyfriend went to work, and I was just relaxing around the house. And Sunday is usually my day before book club. I call my family. So I called my dad. I talked to him.
Yo, thank you, DJ China. I couldn't figure it out. I was sitting here, and you know me, it's Friday, so I'm in mellow mode. I'm chilling. I'm rocking. Y'all chilling? Y'all enjoying y'all Friday? Make sure y'all hit the like button, guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button. This ain't a poor Friday, so I don't see no monetary support. So I better see them likes on high, because this content, I can take this shit back in my vote now. I put this shit back in the vote now.
And I called my mom, and I let her know about my weekend and how I had pulled my hamstrings, and my boyfriend's ex-wife did some therapy on it that helped it 110%. My leg is 100% better. And it was bad. I could barely walk when we left here. And my mother went off. How you gonna have that girl touching on your leg and doing this to you and doing that to you? First of all, because she's a doctor. Second of all, because she's a friend. She's another person out here trying to make it in this world just like me. And just because she shares a child with my man is no reason for me to dislike her.
And Antoinette, how about because she can fucking help? She can help. It's a resource. I need help. This is the same thing I be saying when everybody worrying about people positions and shit.
All the resources, and she wanted to really. I'll be 43 next month. At 43 years old, she tried to impose on me why I should hate this woman that I've actually grown to be very good friends with, all because she and my ex were married at some point in time.
She don't understand the value. She don't understand the value in resources. And you got to think about it, Antoinette. This is the person that raised you. Similar to how a lot of us realized with the people that raised us. They never saw value in this. It was more about the gossip and what they felt. That's why in our culture, it's so many women worried about if my baby daddy gonna take the kids around a new girl, rather than if me and my baby daddy gonna actually get it right to be a solid front for our children, a solid foundation.
All her questions were about the material things, and what the house looked like, and what she drive, and she don't know. I've actually known this girl for almost 3 years.
But even if you didn't, Antoinette,
I brought it up to her.
None of that shit is relevant.
Our interactions, right? But everything in her conversation that we had on the phone today was trying to make me hate this girl for no reason.
I got a question for y'all, right? And anybody take a shot at the answer. I'm genuinely asking. I know what Antoinette is saying is true. I know that all of y'all can relate to what Antoinette is saying. We got mothers and aunts that do this. We got peers that do this type of shit. We've done this type of shit in co-parenting relationships. Why, when we get out in public, like for example, online or a platform like mine, why do we as women not hold each other accountable when we start pretending like we don't do this kind of shit? Like, why do we just keep swimming in this pool that has this false narrative about all these black men is just deadbeats and they just leaving their kids, all of them. Every situation where you see a single black mother, they all is just deadbeats. They left their babies. Like, why? I'm speaking to us as women, because women be very vocal with me on disagreeing. Why are we why are we doing this? Like, what's the point in like playing crazy? I can't understand it, but maybe one of y'all could help me see the other side. Help me drink some of the Kool-Aid that they drinking.
Man, now I ain't never seen or heard a female ask another female this question ever in my life. Please hit that like button, bro. We ain't proceeding until we get them likes all the way up. Cause I needs to hear this. I know y'all needs to hear this, and I needs to hear this. Stop playing. Get them likes up, boy. Woo! Woo! Love played. She whipped it out on him. Love pulled it out on him. No, no, oh no, they is not gonna be accountable. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But y'all get them likes up, bro. We gonna go to commercial. We gonna be right back. Get them likes up.
Women are not accountable for the simple fact that it would just, it would be us women having to admit that we're ignorant, we're dumb, we're slow, and we're easy to be deceived. We're easy to be deceived and manipulated and played with. So if women was to be, oh yeah, I'm accountable for da-da-da-da, I ignored these red flags. Most women are not going to say where they messed up that they were slow, ignorant, delayed. They're not going to admit that because that's what accountability is all about. Admitting where you went wrong at, where you went wrong. And women are simply, we're just not going to do that because we're not wrong. We're always right. Men are wrong. Men know better and should be doing better.
I guess they people please love because when you do speak up and you do say something that other people disagree with, they gang up and everybody want to come against you. It's like you really just have to be strong-minded and be able to stand against the world when it comes down to that, because it's gonna always be a group of them that's gonna sit here and try to convince you that you're wrong, and you gonna end up arguing, going back and forth, and just be doing too much.
So Renee, right? Renee, what you right? But what I'm asking is, because what you're describing, that's what happens. I'll say some real shit about women being accountable because I ain't dumb. There are more females lying and keeping kids away than there are niggas being deadbeats. I know that for a fact because I talk to social workers. I've read the statistics. I'm in the trenches. I know it for a fact. But what I also know is that y'all, as fellow women, y'all know it too. Niggas know it because they know how they being done. Y'all know it too. I guess what I'm getting at is, what are we trying to accomplish? Like, let me come on the side of the majority of females. What are we trying to accomplish by pretending that we're not doing this when we're doing it? Like, help me see the value in, if Love Dorsey was going to advocate for y'all and keep up with this lie, what is the benefit in it?
It really ain't to keep the whole income tax.
Take a swing. I'm asking, like, if you're one of these females that feel like Dorsey is wrong, she's siding with the men, females do not be keeping these kids away, niggas be doing it. We know it's a lie, so I ain't never finna go against the truth. But if you want Dorsey to come over to your side, Frank, you want me to be one of the women that get online and lie about what's going on, sell me on it. Sell me.
Can I tell you what I think?
Go ahead, Frank. Sell me.
Okay. I just want to throw my little 2 cents out there on what I think it is.
Okay, go take a shot.
So what I think it is why women act like that and give these false narratives on what their baby dad is doing is the circle that they hang around. So whenever they say something, that they do something, they gotta have somebody that will talk to them. So once they tell them about their situation, they come back. So now they gotta uphold the shit that they said. So now every time this dude do something that you don't like, it's gonna trigger what you said, how you feel about your child. Now your child becomes your property instead of a child.
Okay, so I get, Frank, I get that as a why. What I'm asking is, like when I preach what I preach, I can sell you on why what I'm saying is better for our community. I'm saying, you want me to come over to the dark side. What is it gonna benefit me to go be a crybaby lying bitch like y'all doing? Like, what? Tell me, because I'll come do it. If it's gonna benefit, what is it gonna do for me, our children, or is it gonna make these niggas do better? Like, sell me on it. I'm saying, just play devil's advocate.
They can still be the victim opposed to victim.
They just gonna be the victim. They just continue to play victim role.
But does playing victim, does playing
keep the whole income tax check? I have literally watched women accuse their children, accuse their baby daddies of inappropriately touching their children to keep the whole income tax check, to keep their Social Security.
Okay, so Antoinette. So Antoinette, I'll take that. So one of the benefits of being one of these lying bitches about niggas being deadbeats is that we get to keep the whole income tax check. Okay, I'll take that, right?
Oh, baby. Whoa, baby. Make me want to cam up for this one. Now we need to have this conversation, y'all. Because I always wondered, right? Why don't the man get the claim earned income credit when he got the deduction? He got the physical deduction from his pay stubs every week, proving he took care of that kid financially throughout the year. But for some weird reason, she runs to claim this kid as if, you know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't be understanding. But again, this is sad, bro. This is sad. Thank you, Bless. I want to say thanks to Bless for the Cash App. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. You know my speech. Nobody give me nothing but y'all. Y'all the only ones in my life that give me something for my work, for anything that I do. Any other time, as soon as I log off and go into real world, everybody think I got it. Oh, that's Mr. Goodbread. He got it. You know what I mean? So I salute and applaud all y'all that support me. Thank y'all. Let's get back to this.
So now, if you selling me to come to your side, and I'm like, okay, we get to keep the income tax check. I like money, right? But now, if I make, part of my motivation an income tax check, in order to get taxes back, you got to stay below a certain earnings, right? Because people that earn actual wealth or are very, very stable, they're not worried about an income tax check. They're paying taxes because of what they earn. So basically, I gotta actually say that again.
So I said if I'm making $25,000 a year, I get to continue to claim victim.
Right.
I get the whole.
Right, but hold on. I'm asking because this is what I'm saying. Let me finish though. You selling me. So, okay, I get to keep the whole income tax check because the kids is my dependents. I'll get the EIC credit. But I got to keep my income low this entire time. So I get to be a victim and keep an income tax check, but I also got to keep myself basically broke.
Yeah, you right, love, but that's for the welfare system now, love. Stop playing. Don't act like you don't know them H&R Block scams. All they got is the social. All they need is to have their kids social. They don't got to work a day in their life, none of that. And they're gonna file as like one of these low budget businesses, and then they're gonna get about $2,500 back. You know what I mean? Stop it. Stop it, love. So we know about that scam. And then what about the ones who will deny the father using the Social Security card to get the funds and break bread with her, but they will give that Social Security to one of their members in the family or one of their friends? That's another scam that they do. You know that, right? Like the earned income credit and the child care scam that they be running. That's why these girls be running around here cutting each other and shooting at each other now. Nowadays, when you see a woman shoot another woman, it don't be no petty shit, bro. It be over the bread because they be doing this child care scam where the school watch the kid. The school got the kid, but she gonna lie and say she watch him, sign it, cut it in her name, and then cut her back with the money. And before you know it, when this one taxes come and they ain't take out no taxes or that check, so she owe, but she only charged this one that amount. Next thing you know, they out there fighting wigs in the middle of the street, y'all. Straight up wigs in the middle of the street. And y'all be wondering, damn, they fighting over a boy. They ain't fighting over no damn boy. Yeah, they fighting over a white boy, but they ain't fighting over no boy. Go ahead, love. I'll let you tell it.
The majority of the time, right? And then on top of that,
less than $24,000 a year.
I gotta make
less than $24,000. You can get the food stamp. You can get a little check every 2 weeks. You get Social Security if you drank a little bit and made sure the kids was a little off.
Okay, so I can get so hold on. So if I come over there with y'all and pretend like my baby daddy is a deadbeat and keep the kids away, I could put them on child support, get a little money. I can keep the income tax check. I can get the welfare. But I'm never gonna grow into that woman that I want. I got to 86 my goals, like the goals I got for being a multimillionaire, the goals I got for being like a top earner, the goals I got for myself to travel the world. I gotta, basically just keep the kids stuck up under me. It ain't adding up to being worth it.
You wanted my reason?
No. I'm saying, listen what I'm saying, babe. No. Listen what I'm saying. No, listen what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, hold on, somebody need to mute because it's background. Hold on. What I'm saying, Antoinette, is for me, right? What I'm preaching and what I'm on right now, the perks of what I'm on is that we get to grow as women and become more than just a baby mama walking around with kids swinging on the hip, worrying about income tax and child support checks, earning low incomes. My perks. So
my bad. I thought you were coming to the dark side.
Right. No, I'm saying, but if you're gonna get me off this side to your side, I got to see more than just I get to get the income tax check. Because on my side, I can just keep grinding, letting my baby daddy get time with his son or his daughter. That way I can have time for my multiple streams of income and building myself, and then I ain't got to chase no tax check. So for me, the tax check don't sell me.
If you in a house.
Yo, she trying to give you game, girl. Don't fight her. She trying to. This is the problem when you raise from one's perspective. When you raise from seeing things from only one perspective, your brain be stuck on a fixed mindset. You gotta let others' perspectives in, man. Because what she trying to tell you is you running in place while she really getting to the bag. The fact that she not trying to keep her kid attached on her hip, because it's 12 months in the year. So for 6 months, she getting full-blown bag. She getting a full-blown bag. She could be on overtime duties. She could do whatever. She could stay late. She could work the weekends. She getting a bag. So while you over there playing the victim for 12 months of the year, getting what they gonna throw you, just settling for what they throw your stupid ass, she getting to the bag, man. That's a whole new perspective. And that perspective is not taught in our community. It's not. It's not. And that we need to teach. We need to teach that perspective. Equal parenting time. Fuck that child support check. I could make that child support check if we split this parenting time. That's what she's talking about. But y'all don't really want to work, though. That's the problem. Y'all don't want to work. That's why feminism is over. Feminism is dead, honestly. All that cap feminism, that our grandmas, our grannies, they made that possible because they outworked grandpa. These chicks ain't outworking the fly. They ain't outworking nobody. So that feminism, in order for feminism to really work, the women got to outwork the men. That shit dead.
With a mama, that means the tax checks seem like the lottery, and the monthly check, at the beginning of the month, everybody in the house is happy, and we can get a little something extra to eat, and we're gonna get some McDonald's, and
Right, but for me, this is what I'm saying. For me, right, outside of trying to come onto the dark side and be one of these people that keep their kids away from their baby daddy, the food I eat, like the lifestyle I want for me and my children, can't no tax check or no food stamps get me that. You see, like for me, I'm trying to see I guess what I'm saying is when I look at women that are on what I'm on, the things that we're accomplishing is way above the shit that the females on that other side is accomplishing. The day-to-day stress and drama they under, the trauma that they endure going back and forth with their baby daddy, the things they worry about, it's so low vibrational in comparison to what you're able to accomplish as a woman that is sharing custody. Their child has multiple resources. I don't see no perks on going to that side is what I'm getting at.
But what is if the bag is their only high? The bag is their purpose. The bag is what they're looking forward to. How can you evolve people's, these young ladies' minds to more than just the bag? Because nobody's saying
do X, Y, and Z, educate yourself, making sure you're emotional okay, and then get the bag. They say get the bag.
But this is what I'm saying. I am. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm one of the only few saying this stuff about what we're doing in co-parenting situations. But coming behind that, I'm also telling these women, here's the stuff you need to worry about. Multiple streams of income, management of emotions, using your resources. Kids don't have to swing on your hip all day long. You can still be a good mother when you're not your children's sole provider. Joint custody is better than sole custody when you have two able-bodied working adults. A family unit is built behind unity and doing what is supportive of the child's growth and development so that when your children are 25, 30, they're not still dependent on you like a lot of the people y'all see in the dating pool because they was raised off this say, I'm giving all the stuff to come behind to let your baby daddy see their kids. I'm not just on the internet saying, let your baby daddy see the kids. I'm saying, let him so it can then do this, so this can do that. So the culture can change with this. So you can elevate in this way. So he can understand the responsibility behind having kids in this way. So the gap can be bridged with this. Like I'm bringing this shit full circle with breaking generational curses. I just don't see no value and I have met no one yet to sell me. I'm willing to be sold on going to the other side. The other side is supportive.
Hold on, love. I got the best spokesperson. I got the best spokesperson of a chick that got that mentality of the other side. You know, we the truth with proof over here, love. We not going to tell them something that we can't show them.
I'm gonna build it to 2099. 2099. Yeah, I'm passing my Section 8 vouchers to my grandbaby. So we're not gonna hate on her too? I'm just sick of y'all. Yeah, $0. When I retired from work for years, I paid $0. And guess what? Section 8 even helped me pay my goddamn light bill. So who getting off of Section 8, huh? Who don't want Section 8, huh? Only the haters. Cause y'all hoes are hard working and underpaid. Sit there slaving yourself like a dog to take care of other mans. And they got a nerve to be worried about Section 8. Girl, Section 8 is on our side. Huh? What's wrong with y'all? Sick of y'all. Y'all pathetic. All you got nothing to say.
Yo, she's a damn disgrace. I'm mad. I want to take my skin color off her, B. I want to snatch my skin tone off her, yo. I want to snatch her skin tone right off, bro. She is the embarrassment. But this is what Love Dosey talking about.
Always got something negative to say. Negative Nancy's. I'm sick of y'all. Yeah, first thing I was about Section 8. Go get some Section 8. Who don't want no Section 8? Who want to be struggling? Got about 10 damn families living in one house and y'all worried about a picture of Section 8. I'm living my best life over here. Living my best life over here. On Section 8. And I'm gonna die on Section 8. I don't got no motherfucking plans or no future getting off of it. So if you're waiting on my Section 8, bitch, go stand back and lie, ho. You're gonna be waiting on Section 9, waiting on my motherfucking voucher. Sure enough is, I ain't letting it go.
No, I know. We role playing the scenario.
Right. Love, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of times, and this is, this is a choice ultimately too. The women who do that, they need somebody to check up on them.
Of course.
Because they didn't have community and resources growing up. And so they leave their baby father and they get into a situation with somebody else, another nigga, who got them under that muscle.
Man, if you cool with being one of them slaves that God talk about in the Bible, then okay, cool. You know what I mean? They need you. They need you to run a democracy. So that's cool, but don't come up in here. We ain't hating nothing. We don't hate nothing. We love over here. You feel me? But just say that. You a Section 8 bandit, say that. You know what I mean? It's okay. We not knocking you, girl. Play on, player.
Where they can't talk to nobody, where they isolated. So they need somebody to check up on them. And so they start keeping the baby away from their daddy or doing the shit that they may not want to do, but they do it for safety.
Yep.
So they won't nasty or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. This is why I be saying what I be saying. What I can't understand is that in a room full of women, we know we be doing it. Like every time I'm online, when a bitch disagree in my mind, I'm like, why do we do this with other women? Like, I get you probably don't want me to say this out loud on my platform in front of men, but this is coming from a woman. I know what the fuck we be doing. We'll pick out hey, I don't want my child drinking out of that orange water bottle, so he can't come over there with you anymore. We will make up anything, and we will get our mamas and our sisters to ride with us on this stupid ass shit. The problem I have with it is the statistics show that children that don't have a father active in their life turn out the worst product. Statistically proven, right? So as a mother, if you say that you fuck a nigga, right? I care about my jit. I move how I move for my child. If somebody comes show you that, hey, what you're doing, although it may make you feel better, although it may expose certain stuff about your baby daddy, it's actually gonna have a high percentage chance of fucking your child up. You still want to do it? And we like, yeah. I don't get that. It leads me to believe y'all don't give no fucks about these children.
Exactly.
You don't. Because if you gave a fuck about the children, there will be certain things that have to do with your emotions and your ego that you would set aside for the sake of it being a statistically proven.
Yo, and remember I told y'all in the beginning of this live, the problem with some of my sisters, a lot of my sisters with sins, don't fall into this problem, right? You got to put God first, right? You don't have a kid, so God come first. And even when you do have a kid, God still come first. God is the reason why you have a kid. So you never stop putting God first. And the fact that you put God first, you don't take the eye off the prize, which is you. You are putting you first. So you can't take care of kid if you not right. And y'all get into this habit of trying to use these kids as an excuse, and then y'all get mad that the father don't put the kid first. He put his work first because that's how he survived, and society don't cater to the man the way they cater to you. So that be the part of the biggest problem. Stop putting these kids first. Put yourself, put God first. Take care of you. You can't take care of no kid if you ain't right. All right?
Proven fact that your child needs this. Go ahead, Antoinette.
No, I was just saying. It's literally a dog eat dog, get the bag world. And kids don't make you no money unless they on somebody's Social Security, welfare checklist. And that's all the value that I see the people around me putting into their children. What can I get out of this deal? What can I, what is the school giving away for my child to get through the school year instead of what am I going to put into my child so they can get through the school year?
Yeah, listen.
That type of.
Yep, Antoinette, you're so
much, and that's triggering for me since we on this book, or since that's our next book. It's very triggering for me because I'm watching a lot of children in my family literally be pawns and used between relationships.
Yes. And Antoinette, you are wholeheartedly correct because I'm telling y'all, I talk to the people that DM me a lot on my platforms and stuff, social workers, guidance counselors, because they know I'm a voice to like the people who kids they parented, right? In my hood, I got peers that went to school with me that they will beat you up about their child. But I know for a fact right now, they love their kid enough, they'll whoop your ass if you try their child. But I know for a fact right now, the guidance counselor at their kid's school is trying to reach them via email and phone calls about their child's reading level or their math scores or EIP plan at the school or behavior.
We saw that. We just saw that. You saw, I can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. But she want to know who your baby, who your new wife is. She want to meet your new wife, but she don't want to meet that teacher.
Issues and they can't get in contact with them. But if you made a post right now and said something about their child, they'll flip the table on your ass like Erica Mena on Love and Hip Hop and snap on your motherfucking ass. But the teacher right now can't get in contact with them. So for me, I'm already knowing we just as flawed as the niggas that we talk about. There is a lot of things that us as women can sit around and speak on that niggas do flaw in the hood, in the urban community, in the low income households. And there's just as much bullshit that we doing as parents that supposedly as moms, we're supposed to be the best for these kids and we shoving them into the worst.
I love that live you do where you talk about how you would jump on to the parents' live right with everybody else and have the conversation with their kid right on that live.
If I was a teacher, Antoinette, if I was it couldn't, bro, a bitch better hope I don't ever decide to go educate in the school system. I'm not emailing shit. I'm gonna be on your live. Ma'am, your son did not turn in his homework last night while you on live talking about log in. You finna tell everybody what your baby daddy did. Bitch, can you email me back about what the fuck's going on with your son? Matter of fact, DM me back, ho. Send me a TikTok. I Snapchat your ass. I'll be getting active if I was an educator. Because that's what he holds at online in a nigga DMs. I go to the baby daddy house, tell him, text your baby mama that Lil John is failing in math. I bet she texts back. Because she always texts you back. She never texts me back as the teacher.
But look, there would still be no accountability. She'd be ready to fight you over texting everybody else trying to find her.
At least Antoinette, because you're right. At least I'll be able to tell the principal that I did notify the mother and she knew. Because these hoes is pretending like I ain't get the emails. What paper you sent home? He didn't give me the paper. The teacher, I sent the form home 3 times. He didn't give me now one of the paper. Okay, we sent you 2 emails. I ain't get no email. And I checked my spam. Man, we made a couple phone calls. I've been having issues with my connection. Bitch, I was on your live. I seen you see me comment on your live. Ho, I DM'd you on Instagram. It said red, bitch. I messaged you from my iPhone. That bitch said delivered. Ho, you got the new iPhone. Fuck wrong with you?
He was that first Friday last week. You seen her that first Friday.
Exactly. This is, for now second, do I buy it? Niggas might buy it. Some of the modest women that, they ain't really from the culture I'm from when it comes to this type of shit. You can't, it's like my page is the most dangerous page to get on and try some bullshit when it comes to this type of shit. Cause I'm in the trenches with these women. I'm alongside. When I'm out in the community, teachers stop me. Keep doing what you're doing because the stuff you're saying about these young girls with these children is true. Principals, guidance counselors, the fucking art club and boys and girls club counselors, they write me. They stop. I know what's going on with y'all kids because they telling me. They giving me time. Hey, next time you go live, talk about this. Hey, I had a little girl in my class with this going on. Talk about this. Male teachers tell me all the time, Dorsey, I love what you're doing because when I get a new class, I can tell which boys got a daddy in the house and which don't. How can these men tell this? How come your son teacher can tell that your son don't got no male figure, but y'all claim everything all right and you got it and your baby daddy don't need to be around and you doing it the right way and everything gonna be all right?
Because you can tell when a child thinks like a woman or when a child is thinking like a man. And you listen to some of these little boys talk, they sound just like their grandmothers.
Yeah. They cry about everything. They cry babies. They cry.
I disagree with that. These boys sound like they mama gay friend. And that's facts. If you get a chance to listen to the little gay friend that they mama entertain, and then you get around her son, they sound just alike, bro, because that's the only person black women listen to. They think they could get information about a boy, about a man, a masculine man from a gay dude that's confused, bro. They dumb, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro, but I let her tell it.
Girl, please, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I know a person, Dorsey, when I tell you to this day, she will pretend that she the best mama you can lay eyes on. And I lived with you You is not the mama you put on Facebook. Not even close. And it's just to see it in real time, to act like, to me, this shit happened on TV. But to really see you out here who say, oh, I'm this, my kids will never. Your son don't even like you for real. Your daughter ain't with you half the time. It's like, to see it, it's like mind-boggling to me, even though I know it happens.
But we don't want to.
Not being real.
Listen, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to have a conversation. No real shit do we want discussed. And I'm saying this for us as women. We don't want the real shit to be discussed. We don't. It's a lot of women that feel just.
She know, they want the lies, bro. Her name is Love Dorsey. You can follow her on Instagram. There's some pieces of content on her floating around on YouTube. But her main station where she set up, and you can catch her live, is on IG. IG Love Dorsey. You know what I mean? But yeah, they want the lies. That's what she talking about right now. They want the lies, bro. They don't want no truth. This is where good vibes only. What you think that good vibes only shit mean, bro? Don't come in here if you telling the truth. If you holding people accountable, don't you come in here. We want to have a good time tonight. We already in the delusion, but we don't want nobody to bother our delusion. That's what that shit mean. Good vibes only, bro.
This is how Ophelia feels. I'm not letting my baby daddy take my newborn baby because he don't know what he's doing. But you at one point had a newborn baby and you didn't know what you was doing. I got a family member right now. She just turned 18 and she has a baby. She don't know what she doing, but we letting her keep her own baby. She alone right now with her baby, most likely, and we know that she don't know what she doing. We know that. But nobody's saying that stupid ass shit that we say to niggas. We're letting an 18-year-old child, because she's still the child in the mind, have a whole life to be responsible for. And we're willing, because she's a girl, we're willing to let her do that and just say, we'll support her in it. What's wrong with supporting young men in their decisions and their willingness to want to be around their children? It's one-sided and it's wrong and it's bad for the children.
I agree. I was going to ask Dorsey, like, I be confused when women trust themselves to have these babies, but they don't trust the man to raise the baby or be around the newborn. Like, I don't understand how that even sit in the same space. Like,
Well, to speak on me, I would say the way they flipped during the beginning stage of the pregnancy, on which I know that's holding on to my emotion and then not showing up. His mindset dealing with a narcissist was, I'll wait, because I went through IVF, and Love, you'll probably remember me when I get into the story, and decided to have a baby. So because I did not use my egg, I used his sperm, he thought he was going to get the baby. So he was cool with being absent for 5 months, thinking using the court system. Now, he went to court on me, served me papers in the hospital. So for that, I felt, that's why I use the word, I felt like in my mind, I'm willing to co-parent. I've been there. I co-parent my twins. My daughter's in UCLA right now.
So Ophelia, can we be honest? And this is a part of the conversation that people don't like to be honest about. Can we be honest? When people be checking, and this is a lot of women. Can we be honest? When these niggas be checking out, leaving, and Frank, I already know you right here with me. When these niggas be leaving, checking out, distancing themselves, it don't be having shit to do with whether he care or not care for the child. That shit be about the shit going on between us as adults. And I'm finna show you something. All I had to do was explain this to Frank one time and he understood it. For those of y'all that know Frank in this Zoom, Frank is a single father. Frank stepped in, took his baby mama to court. Long story short, he has custody of his son. His baby mama became an absent mother. The narrative that Frank's baby mama is some bad woman or a deadbeat mother, she is not. Frank handled the fuck out of her based on his ego when it came to the court shit and getting things his way. As a man, he's willing to admit, I handled her motherfucking ass. Me handling her was too much for her to bear. A lot of people cannot take all these fucking games and tit for tat and this shit you doing where you try. So now that Frank understands that
Yo, guys, let me break that down. A lot of y'all, right? Y'all be scared because she be trying to threaten y'all with the courts. Guess what? She don't know that game. She don't know that game. She gonna listen to a bunch of dummies that went there and probably had a whole different situation from yours. So don't let her scare you with some shit she don't know of. You go there, you learn before you earn, and you'll see how fast she recant. Cause she don't want to go down there. She don't. If she a working chick, she don't want to take days off. Her job gonna fire her. She keep having to take days off. So they try to scare you with games that they ain't built for playing. That's what she talking about.
Reality of it is, my baby mama walked away from me, not from our son. I made it where it was very uncomfortable to come around and get the child because of the ego space I was in off of showing her after she tried to handle me at first. This some adult tit for tat shit. The woman love her son. The woman is a mother. The shit between her and Frank got ugly. Now he's trying to fix that. Something a lot of women is not willing to do. He's willing to bring her back in, admit that he pushed her away, admit that his actions was a part of the reason why his son ended up going through a certain amount of time without his mother. He's willing to take on. This is something that bitches will never do. Never do. Never go to their baby daddy and say, listen, them 5 months that you was absent, I understand that that had to do with me. Instead, what we do is we pretend like it has nothing to do with us. We act like the nigga is a no good nigga and don't give a fuck about the child. We go around and tell that story to everybody to make his character look like he's the villain, we're the victim. And that's not real. For me, I question a lot of people as I see this shit go on and I watch them say that they Christians or they spiritual. Like, if you really believe in a higher power and you have ethics and you believe in, you know, a certain doing of wrong and right, how the fuck y'all hoes think y'all gonna get away with this? And I don't mean get away with it like a nigga gonna check you or how do you think that this is just going to disappear as you meet your maker?
No, them kids gonna find out real quick.
I ain't even talking about the kids. I'm speaking just from a standpoint of if someone is, let's say, for example, a Christian woman. Like you might got the internet food and sold up. You might got your family food and sold up. But bro, talking to somebody like me or your higher power, bro, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right. Ain't shit right. Like, y'all gotta think. I sit and I listen to women try to explain from the bottom of their fucking vagina how their actions are correct. And when they get done, I, in like 2 sentences, point out how that shit is not right. It's not hard to understand when you get out your motherfucking feelings and you become a real mother. It's not difficult to understand that we be dead ass wrong.
Right. I'm gonna be there. I've been sitting here for the longest. I've been trying to, I think I'm a hustler by nature. Let me change that. God has gifted me with plenty of talents, gifts, and abilities that I can use very fluently. So I'm sitting here all this time trying to think of how I could sell you this fuck shit.
Right.
And I can't even sell it to you, love. And I got a gift for gab. And I've been sitting here for a while like, well, maybe, if you making money, you can use all the power and be prideful. And then that's
because the money is so poor. The money is. I'm finna tell you something. Yes, Frank. The reason, but I'm finna tell y'all something. The reason why you can go get the slickest talker of the slickest talk. Go get the hustler of hustlers. They won't be able to sell me on this shit. The reason why is because the stuff was programmed in us through systemic racism and where we come from as a people. A bitch don't know that this shit was orchestrated past just they small mind in they small town with they fucking baby daddy. It's a part of a bigger agenda. That's why you can't sell it. The reason why is because the single mama mentality is tied to welfare. It's tied to crippling, especially black men with their economic power. Like, it is designed behind the whole system of laws that was put out there through systemic racism and a certain agenda to lock them the.
Pretty much, it's all tied to the devil. It's the devil. It's all tied to the devil, guys. That's the system. It's good versus evil. At the end of the day, we just humans. This is good versus evil. It's a satanic war. This is spiritual warfare. And all those things she mentioned tied to the devil.
Fuck up, you know, like Dr. Umar and a lot of people explain 9 keys. They will break this shit down to you because they're higher level thinkers when it comes to just what's going on around us. A bitch in a hood somewhere really believes this is about me and my baby daddy, and he don't want to be with me, and I don't want my baby around that girl. The real agenda is about keeping black babies dumb as fuck, unstable, no real resources, so we can make them buy into the shit that we put in the music through funding the big artists to sell their people a fucking bullshit ass mindset, right? And you will create the next generation. You will create the next generation of dummies who will vote for the wrong shit in politics, who won't go downtown to the fucking meetings in the community. They don't give a fuck about what judges are appointed on the benches. And these motherfuckers stay longer than the motherfucking president. We more worried about who the president, but in your community, the people that's locking the niggas up is the police officers, the police chief, the fucking judges that sit in the drug court. And you got to think about it. There are a set of laws that were designed. Like, I could break this shit down and a bitch still thinking about, well, my baby daddy don't got no business. I gotta meet the baby. This shit is so much bigger. I feel like Nino Brown on motherfucking New Jack City. This shit is bigger than Nino Brown. God damn it. There's a lot of moving parts to this, and when you don't understand it, you will always just talk about how you feel. Every time I see a African American female comment one of them paragraphs on my Instagram or my Facebook trying to disagree with what I'm saying about black families, I die a little bit inside because it hurts me to see my people so stupid they can't see the agenda when it's right in front of us. It's easier to take a person and sell them on not knowing who and what they are, change your gender halfway through your life, not value the concept of relationships. It's easier to sell women when we're broken and emotional. I want y'all to just marketing. If you take my marketing Zoom, I explained there are marketing strategies designed to sell people based on emotions, right? And the idea is one of the biggest consumers of a vast majority of products when we talk about the economy being stimulated is women. A good majority of them is black women. If you ever get the chance to talk to a wealthy, higher level adult of a different race than us, and when I say higher level, I'm just talking about their economical status, right? How much money they got, how much money they touch, the generational wealth they're around. We some of the easiest people to sell because as soon as you appeal to our emotion, we will just believe it. It's where the concept comes from. If you want to keep a secret from a nigga, you put it in a book. This is why you see me on lives yelling, read, bitches, read, niggas, read. There is such a bigger agenda. This is not just Love Dorsey just saying some stuff for her own personal gain. Half of y'all don't even know. Don't know you, don't know your baby daddies, don't know your kids, but I care about the fulfillment and the fruitfulness of our people moving forward. This is why I'm trying to get y'all to kind of look and see what's going on outside of what's going on.
We appreciate it too, love. We so appreciate it.
Oh, I know y'all do. Every one of y'all in this Zoom, I know y'all do.
1,000%.
I know y'all do. My issue is the people.
See, and that's the problem, yo, because we're about to wrap this thing on up and we're going to do a part 2. Because you see how she said, I know y'all do. Y'all in this Zoom, y'all will sit here and not support great content, and then go out there and spend your money on some toxic shit. But she know that people in that Zoom, if you got a chance to watch this video, she know that you spent money. So now y'all take that. I gave y'all a treat. We'll do a part 2 probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll do a part 2 because there's more of this. But guys, yo, learn how to support yourself first. Learn how to invest in your health, in your self-care. All right? Nothing gonna come for free. The people that are successful, the people that you hate so much, to eat the rich, they invested in themselves, y'all. Then stop being so stingy and mingy and meisty to yourself, bro. Word up. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. I hope y'all got the message today. I hope this touched as many people that needed to have this conversation. That some of you lost on my moms, you know what I mean? And sorry to hear that for you. So you needed to hear this. You needed to hear this because you don't have a person you can go address these conversations with, you know what I mean, and get things right. So salute to all of y'all that needed to hear it. Salute to all of y'all that got triggered and still stayed. Because trigger is pain and pain is weakness leaving your body, guys. Remember, you got to educate yourself. You can educate your way out of any situation. You got to get the education first. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Respect y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys. I'll see y'all later.